Good afternoon, mi gente.
Good afternoon.
Heartbreaking about that bill being passed. I'd like to start, thank you United for Social Justice for organizing this rally, this very important rally, along with the support of Centro Cívico Mexicano, Mestizo Cafe, Coalition of Utah Progressives, Revolutionary Student Union, the Mormon Worker, and especially to all of you, every single one of you who have come out here to support and to bring your love and passion and support as we fight together for a just pathway to citizenship through immigration reform and now national immigration reform right now, since that lousy bill passed. Please join me in acknowledging, by applause, the strength and resiliency of our fellow undocumented sisters and brothers. I humbly stand before you as a resident and citizen of Utah, as a person whose ancestors have inhabited this land well before the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo was signed, and whose ancestors welcomed the Mormon pioneers to Mexico as they escaped the USA from religious persecution. These persecutions, they continue to target the undocumented population in our nation without complete examination of the benefits that we all gain from them being here. Businesses benefit in several ways. One is through the spending power that our Latino community contributes, as well as the labor demands that are filled with quality workers. But most importantly, our culture. Here in the U.S., our culture is enhanced through the art, the language, the custom, and the overall vibrant spirits that they bring along with them. During my father's generation, they became segregated in the school, punished for speaking Spanish, called racist names by their own teachers, and later pushed out of school because of the color of their brown skin, their beautiful brown skin, and their beautiful Spanish language that they spoke. I am the sister and aunt to the most incredible human beings who were pushed so far out of the system by institutionalized racism that it became unbearable and almost impossible to get a high school diploma. I continue to witness the imposed segregation through language and cultures in the high schools, as well as discouraging counselors in a racist system. If one is fortunate enough to get through high school, attaining a higher education is almost impossible. Institutional and racist policies create unnecessary obstacles like tuition barriers due to the inability to qualify for grants and scholarships, as well as the unwelcoming environment students have to bear due to the impact that these policies have on the psyche and especially the spirit. Yet we can eliminate all of this by a simple stroke of the pen to pass the DREAM Act. It is insane to deny access for students to get a higher education. That is power. Education is power. I will not stand here as a witness to the same crimes that are committed to my ancestors to recognize that they are still being committed to many communities of color, especially the undocumented who are valuable members of our communities. When I hear a citizen whose partner is undocumented say, "When I got a little impatient driving everywhere, he broke down and told me, 'You don't think I want to drive myself to my own job?' And immediately I felt so ashamed because I knew that if he got pulled over, our children would never see their daddy." As a U.S. citizen, I say to you, let's stand for keeping families together, not break them apart. Dr. King said, when speaking on behalf of civil rights, one may ask, how can you advocate breaking some laws and obeying others? The answer lies in the fact that there are two types of laws, just and unjust. Any law that uplifts human personality is just. Any law that degrades human personality is unjust. The silence, the hiding, the overwhelming fear of going back to a place vaguely known. This is home. Let us all create this home together that welcomes everyone by taking a stand as one, as a unified people to make a commitment for human rights. Let's be clear, for our undocumented brothers and sisters should never be criminalized for working and making our country a better place. When our elected officials, Sandstrom, creates legislation informed by myth and fear, we must correct this error. It does not benefit anyone to deny education, to deny the ability to drive legally and without insurance, to keep our fellow residents from demanding justice when they are being victimized because they fear the police more than the victimizer. When our system is to be feared instead of a system that creates safety for its residents, then we must declare that this system is broken. We must stop criminalizing people who are here to work and improve the lives of their children and families. I admire the resilient spirits in the anti-immigrant discourse across the nation. I commend and respect their hard work and contributions they give in strengthening our culture and our economy. Their commitment to their children's education that benefit all of our futures, and for the love and spirit they bring in the face of hate in an unwelcoming country. We are fighting for families, for real people who are like you and me, in the spirit of Dr. King. To let Utah become Arizona will only degrade human personality. And finally, most of you want to make a difference. That's why you're here. You want to help stop the devastating policies that Sandstrom has passed, but may not know how to do it. Here are some of the ways to be involved. Again, stop Governor Herbert from signing that bill. Get that piece of paper and make a call. Ask businesses to post signs against Utah becoming Arizona. And if that doesn't work, let's vote him out. Get people registered. And you want to know how? Get involved through groups fighting for social causes like United for Social Justice. If you are a citizen like me, acknowledge your privileges and actively speak out for undocumented families when they are discriminated against. Be accessible when asked or when necessary. Make calls to elected officials, to church leaders, especially church leaders, many of you go to church, and to anyone who has the power of influence. Acknowledge your talents and use them. If you are an artist like me, never become PC. Take a clear position. Advocate for immigrant rights and immigration reform. Write, paint, draw, create a play, whatever your talent is. Make sure you use your talent as a tool to better the lives of those who continue to be oppressed in our society. And then spread love and not hate. As much hate is publicized, spread twice or triple as much love for our fellow human beings that continue to be discriminated against. Ask questions to those affected how you can be a better advocate and ally. And bring along all of your friends, all of your family, all of your neighbors, your co-workers, everyone to join the cause. When you look back in history, do you really want to remember this time period as a person who did nothing? No! Thank you for being here today and standing in solidarity to voice your strong opposition to this HB 497, to this terrible bill and many others. Let's oppose Utah, not Arizona. Si se puede!
Again, that was Ruby Chacon. Thank you very much. Let's hear it one more time for her.